my point. So what's a different objection you want to work on? Let's just run through this one more time.
Price is a big one for
us. Price. So price is a big one. And people go, hey, it's more expensive. And you go, well, now, oh, by the way, before I ask, what's the answer?
Oh, I've heard this before.
Well, no, I mean, what is your answer now? What do you say? Your current answer.
We don't expect to be the least expensive. We offer a full suite of services, and that full suite of services is going to cost more.
That's always my answer. We're a full service company. We're not just an online ticketing company. We don't just sell.
So can I have it a la carte and make it cheaper?
You can.
You can actually, but we have this other full range of services that can grow with you as you grow. Whereas other companies that are just online ticketing companies do not have that.
Now let's put this, by the way, scale of 1 to 10. First off, we had 7 people in the room, 2 answered. And then when they answered, did that flow, did they sound very short? Not to put down, just saying. In a conversation, if someone's saying, well, I mean, you gotta understand, we have these full services and, we do more for you.
I just want to put in context a little bit. So where we run into a challenge as an organization, and I think this is where you're hearing a stumble, is we have providers out there like Brown Paper Tickets and Eventbrite. They don't offer any equipment, they do any of that, but they'll do a show for 99 cents a ticket flat. Right? We put together a proposal because they want more services than that.
Right.
They want the services, plus they want the box office, plus they want all the analytics, they want this, that, and the other thing. And then we give them a price at, say, $1.15, 2.5%, and there's a box office fee, and they come back and they say, well, I want you to do the same price as, Brown Paper Tickets and Eventbrite. So they're comparing apples to oranges, but they want us to price apples to apples. And it is a massive challenge with what we do on a fairly regular basis. Now, if we have a big client, not so much of an issue because we're happy to slash pricing pretty dramatically because we make it up in volume.
Got it.
It's challenging for smaller promoters.
Got it. So with a smaller promoter, what I would do is, again, the first 6 times. Right? Somebody go, well, James, that's a fair point. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people think about price and wonder about it, but there's something to consider before laying that stop. May I share? And go, here's the thing. You think we're more expensive. We're not. It just depends on what you want. See, why are we more expensive? Because our job is to save you money overall, not to save you money on us. That's why we offer a full suite of services. See, we have all these other services that if you do them with us, you won't need them from other people. It's one less vendor you deal with and one less cost you incur. So you can either have us like this with ticketing, plus this and this and this and this and this. And overall, not only is it going to be simpler because you'll have everything in one place, but it'll save you money because you won't have to get some of those services from other people. Or you can just have the ticketing. And if we do it that way, we can probably come close to matching. So it's really about what you want, right? Do you want to save money or do you want to save money? That's all it is. How do you want to save money? Do you want to save money by letting us do everything for you so you need less people and less vendors? Or do you want to save money by cutting out the services and just having us do this one thing for you? What's better? Right? What do you think about that answer?
I think it's great. When I think an add-on to that would be: do you want to save money, and would you like to make more money? Because a lot of our services help them make more money.
Right.
Depending on who it is that we talk to, at that point we can take some of the other skills that you taught us, apply them, and then have an answer that matches
what's going on
with that particular individual.
Right. And by the way, now my answer, would it hold up in court? Like, is that true?
Absolutely.
Basically, you have 2 ways of spending less money. More money on us, which means less on everything else. So at the end there's savings. We're just getting this one thing from us, not using the tools on this event, and saving money specifically on ticket.
They wouldn't save money necessarily, they would potentially earn less, because if they don't have a physical box office, for example, they're losing a revenue stream, they're losing the ability to take credit cards on site, they're losing some efficiencies.
Right.
So depending on how, so that's where you'd say, you're going to save money and make money as opposed to just saving money. And I think that's an interesting...
And this is a good lead into what we're about to talk about in closing. So let me take one more.
Yeah, we like that line. It's not about saving money on how do you put it, about It's not about, you said something about in ticketing going to basically not be the cheapest, but I'm going to save you money overall. It's not about saving money in your ticketing company.
There's two ways you can work. There's two ways you can work with it. If you want to compare apples to apples, we can get rid of this suite of tools and let's just compare ticketing to ticketing. And you'll see that we are very competitive, if not the absolute cheapest. We're extraordinarily competitive, and all these other things that we do are worth that extra couple of pennies. Or you can use our whole suite of services, which means your initial investment with us will be more, but on this other, not only will that generate you more revenue, it'll also mean maybe you need a couple less vendors,
right.
Maybe you need some things doing, so you'll spend less on something else, and that'll make up for the additional investment with us.
So that line would be, it's not about saving money on us, and ticketing is about us saving you money.
Overall.
I like that.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool line.
Right, it's not saving money on ticketing, we want to save you money overall.
But,
right.
Okay.
So, and then that leads into what we're going to talk about, which is closing. But you see this pattern, the door opener, the reason you're running that influence pattern, I understand, I totally understand, brings down their guard.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of clients have said that in the past, but they move forward anyway, is social proof. Your objection is reasonable, but it hasn't stopped other people.
Do you want to know why?
Do you know why? Third part, the door opening phrase that gets them to say why and then be quiet. To give you a chance to give your pre-prepared and pre-rehearsed objection. And the reason you want to prepare and rehearse is so that you can give smooth, relaxed certainty. Make sense? And you do that, and all of a sudden you're going to notice the objections take like 2 minutes. Because if you think it's no big deal and you got an airtight answer, they'll go, got it, next. Much nicer, right? So, by the way, who here is thinking of like a human being in their personal life that they want to go try this on right now? Go ahead. I had a lady that wanted to, was getting married, and so here's a 2-minute exercise we can do. No, we actually did. What are the top, but you can do this on your own. What are the top 5 objections you encounter most regularly? Brainstorm some airtight answers with your coworkers and practice until they're automatic. Now that you have overcome their objections, it is time to turn benefits into questions that close.